Who wouldn't want to speak to the voice of the racers? We had a chance to visit with Neal Bradley after one of the coaches' show here in Murray, Kentucky, before the racers played in the OVC Tournament. The Murray State men's basketball team is having the best season that they've ever had. Neal Bradley is the play-by-play announcer for the Racer Radio Network and has been since 1991. He describes how much of a dream season this has been.
It's been amazing. The media coverage is what's made it, I think, stand out as much as anything. And the fact that it sort of just happened upon us, going along winning games. We had great starts before, won in Alaska, the Great Alaska Shootout, then came home and beat Memphis, and suddenly you think, this might be a special team. Continued to pick up wins, and it just sort of materialized. It was upon us. National interest started taking hold. Teams started falling, dropping to the wayside as far as unbeatens. Last one standing finally, but the publicity has been amazing to have national sports writers constantly writing about the racers. To get to see our highlights on the bus ride home from road trips is, to me, one of the most amazing things. Not many top 25 teams probably even take a bus. They're on the plane, they're already home by the time SportsCenter comes on. We're usually on the bus for a good while, but it's been a surreal season.
When you have a magical season like this Racers team has, you get more and more media coverage. With that coverage, you get arguably the most well-known basketball announcer, Dick Vitale, to come to your games.
It was a genuine day of greatness as far as Murray State, because he really loved it. It wasn't a guy faking it. He loved being here. I think he appreciated the fans. He appreciated the team that he saw play. I think he fell in love with Murray. I think if the opportunity ever came for him to perhaps come back, I believe he would. I'm not sure if he would have come if there wasn't the social media effort to get him to come. People said, we want college game day to come. Well, we checked on that. Those in basketball, that's etched in stone. They weren't coming. They were invited, but they had Michigan, Ohio State. That's not going to happen. And then, as I understand it, they inquired, what about this move to get Dickie V coming? Expecting a no, and it's like, well, that's what we got. So when you get that answer, it's like, keep winning, guys, and let's see what happens. So we told people, keep flooding them, keep emailing him, keep tweeting him. And it worked. He decided he wanted to come. I think ESPN wanted us to be sure that we beat Austin Peay that day to pull the trigger on the announcement. Got out of the bag a little bit earlier, I think, in that morning. But once that happened, it was amazing. It's very impactful. I mean, it was treated like a superstar that day. If you had one of the biggest rock stars or rappers in the stands, I don't think they would have been mobbed anymore. It was unbelievable. He was flat out a movie star at the ESPN Bracket Buster.
This season may be more amazing considering it's Steve Prohm's first full year as head coach. He is just one of the many things that has made this season such a success.
I think the freedom that he gives them, and it's just a difference in coaching styles that Billy had, didn't give them the offensive freedom. Billy was a lot quicker to take timeouts, and it worked for Billy. It's worked great for Billy. It led him to back-to-back championships and to a great job at Texas A&M. But for Steve, he gives them a little more freedom. He recruited them, and I think they also respect the fact that he worked his way up from a guy who used to, mop the floor, get the towels, whatever needed to be done, rebound for basketball players. He's been at every level. He's been the manager. He's been the assistant on the very low end of the totem pole. It's a guy that's paid his dues, and I think they respect him because the thing that they've all mentioned to me, he's the genuine deal in caring about it. Because a coach can always say, oh yeah, I care about you. And then sometimes you graduate, see you later, nah, can't do anything for you. Steve's the real deal. They know that. They can spot fakery a mile away. And they play hard for him. They play like a son would play for their father. Don't want to disappoint him. Don't want to let him down. And that's why they'll run through a wall for him if he asks them to.